Good morning, class. Our names are Michael Monaghan,
Joshua and Nzewi.
Joey Bonavita,
and Robert Wertz.
and today we are going to be talking about why a boat floats. Our hypothesis is that a boat will float because of both buoyancy force and surface tension. We will talk about each topic in particular with a detailed analysis for both. Buoyancy force was determined by Archimedes and is defined as the force that is generated as a result of a substance being immersed. The buoyancy force can be calculated by determining what the fluid's density is, multiplied by the gravity, and multiplied by the volume of fluid displaced. Through our research and observations, if the buoyancy force is greater than the weight of the object, then the object will float. If not, then the object will sink. The hull of the boat may be assumed to be solid throughout, but is typically hollow and just filled with air, which is less dense than water. This is a major factor because the boat itself weighs a very large amount normally, but the only part of the boat submerged is the hull. In the past, during storms, when the deck would get flooded, the captain would tell the crew to toss overboard both water and any objects that weighed significant amounts to prevent the boat from sinking. If this action was not taken, the overall weight of the boat will surpass the buoyancy force and the boat will sink. And now we will talk about surface tension.
In our second analysis of surface tension, we observed the surface tension can be defined as a property of the surface of a liquid that allows it to resist an external force due to the cohesive nature of the water molecules. Water molecules tend to want to cling to each other. At the surface, however, there are fewer water molecules to cling to since there is air above. Thus, it results in a stronger bond between those molecules that actually do come in contact with one another and a layer of strongly bonded water. This surface layer creates a considerable barrier between the atmosphere and the water. In fact, other than mercury, water has the greatest surface tension of any liquid. Within a body of liquid, a molecule will not experience a net force because the forces by the neighboring molecules all cancel each other out. However, for a molecule on the surface of the liquid, there will be a net inward force since there will be no attractive forces acting above the water molecules. This inward net force causes the molecules on the surface to contract and to resist being stretched or broken. An example of surface tension is small insects, such as water striders, that can walk on water because their weight is not enough to penetrate the surface. However, it is observable that boats do tend to break the surface of water as they flow. Thus, since surface tension only pertains to solids above the surface, it can be observed that surface tension has little to no effect on whether a boat floats or not.
In conclusion, the dominant factor in why a boat floats is that the buoyancy force is greater than that of the weight of the boat, and also that the surface tension will not play a factor as the boat will break the surface. Thank you.